What's up guys, my name is Guillaume and welcome to a new episode of Hit the Tone. Hello guys, I hope you're doing fantastic today and welcome to this new episode of Hit the Tone on Thommann's Guitars and Basses. If you're new here, welcome. What I do is take bits of really famous songs and try to give you all the tools you need to hit the tone. It is a recommendation-based format, so whatever song you have in mind and would like to see on here, put it in the comment section down below and I'll get to you as soon as I can. While you're down there, if you can consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, that would be fantastic. Thank you so very much in advance. And with all of that said, let's start with today's song, which is The Ballad of John Henry by Joe Bonamassa. Alright, it was very due time that I'd start playing some Joe Bonamassa on here. You guys have been requesting it for a long time. It's obviously a staple of blues guitar playing, and yeah, if you've been into either Strats or Les Pauls or Fenders or Marshalls in the past 20 or 30 years, you've probably heard of the guy. I chose this song because that's one of the only parts that I'm able to play. He's obviously a monster blues player. This one is a little bit tricky, so I'm gonna have to start explaining the song with the guitar setup, but I am playing my Stratocaster today because the guitar that was used on the recording was a Stratocaster. That being said, the recording is the only version where he used a baritone Stratocaster with lipstick pickups, and that means the tuning on that original version is B standard. In every other live video that I've seen of that song, he was playing it in E standard. So because I don't have a baritone guitar here, I'm going to be using my Strat in E standard in the bridge position. And that's our sound. Now, obviously, this is not the Fender Hot Rod Deluxe on its own, so let's have a look at our amp and pedal setup. Alright, so this song is about 7 years old or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a little bit less documented in terms of his rig than what he's doing nowadays. There's a lot of rig rundown, there's a lot of videos of himself in Nerdville, and if you don't know what Nerdville is, go check out that one video where he introduces you to his guitar and amp collection. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that. Anyways, a little bit less documented for his amp selection at the time, but because it is Bonamassa, I can only assume that it's going to be some sort of high-powered tweed Fender amp, and probably, most probably, in combination with a Dumble Overdrive Special. Because neither I or you, I assume, have hundreds of thousands of dollars, euros, or whatever to put into a new rig just to cover that song. We're going to try and adapt and figure out a different way to sound close to it. I'm using the Fender Hot Rod Deluxe Tweed Edition as usual. The controls will be on your screen, and I'm doing two things to it. The first thing is what I do every time that I want to make a combo sound bigger than it is, and I'm boosting the front end. For that, I'm using the left side of the JHS double barrel, pretty much everything at noon, 1 o'clock, and that's just here to make the tubes work harder and the amp sound bigger. The second thing I'm doing is using an overdrive pedal in the name of the Ultraphonics Overdrive by Vertex Effects. It's definitely the closest thing that I have to a Dumble sounding overdrive pedal. It's really good. It's going into the JHS one. On this particular intro, no delay, no reverb, no modulation. He's not a big effects guy. If you've been following him for a while, you probably know about that whole, pedal gate with Bonamassa. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, turning both of these pedals on is, to me at least, to my ears, the closest thing that I get to that tweed Dumble amp setup that Joe Bonamassa has usually got going on. Let's go on to the final part of the video, which is, as usual, the most important, and is how to play the song. Now, as I said in the beginning, I chose this particular one because, well, first, it's a killer song, let's be honest, and also because I'm fully unable to play most of Joe Bonamassa's lead parts. It's just a really fun riff. The one thing you have to take out from it is you have to be as gnarly and as powerful as you possibly can in your playing, because that riff has a lot of balls, for lack of a better word. It's a really powerful kind of thing. So let's first have a look at the fretting side of it. Again, nothing too complicated on this side. It's just a powerhouse, like a massive rock blues riff. And it's just the most satisfying thing to play. With that said, let's have a look at the picking side of it. Again, if you have one thing to take out from this is just the energy that you're going to put in that. It shouldn't come in the way of your precision because it's a lot of single string picking still, but you have to have that intention. Like, you have to go for it as hard as you can because that's the only way, you know, it's gonna, you see what I mean? Like that power, you need to feel that. But yeah, essentially that's it. I think you guys now have all the tools you need to hit the tone on the Ballad of John Henry by Joe Bonamassa. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you had some fun and maybe learned something today. If so, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. That'd be amazing. Don't forget to go check out the description box down below. There's a bunch of links to everything that I'm using today, some more alternatives, different price points, as well as the tabs for this introduction. And on that, I wish you a fantastic week and I'll see you next Monday in a new episode of Hit the Tone.